Oh, we are live! How are we, lads? Come on, the footy! The footy's back! Guys, subscribe to the channel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! The Cowboys win it! Woo! Alright, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Hopefully the connection doesn't kill me this time. I hope Dodo doesn't cut out. We did go live just before and then the connection just decided to cut me out a few times. If it cuts me out again, Lorenzo will take over and I'll sort this stupid bullshit out. But, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Friday Night Football review for round 1 of the 2022 NRL season. And we saw 2 games of football tonight. We saw the Raiders beat the Sharks 24 points to 19 down there at GIO Stadium in Canberra. And we saw the Broncos defeat the Rabbitohs 11 points to 4 up there at Suncorp Stadium. Connection so far so good. If it starts cutting out, I'll say something. But Lorenzo, good to have you on for the Friday Night Football review. Thanks for coming on tonight, bro.
Yeah, no worries, bro. Obviously, we had that bad start before with the connection, but hopefully this time it's better and hopefully, we can get a clearer review. So, I'm glad everyone's come back to watch this review because we had a lot of viewers.
I appreciate that too. Yes. Now. I might try and make this review be maybe around a 20-minute stream, maybe 25 minutes, just because I'm scared of the data cutting out. That's all I'm worried about. But I tell you what, when I do my Saturday football review tomorrow, there's no fucking way I'm using the unlimited data day. You can go and get fucked. But all right, let's get into it, bro. Canberra versus Cronulla. Let's get into the Canberra-Cronulla game. What a game of football. I think it was the best game of the day. I thought out of both games, I think Canberra versus Cronulla was the better game, if I'm being honest. I think it had a bit more excitement to it, a bit more attacking flair, a bit better quality, I guess you could say. So, Lorenzo, what do you think about the Raiders and Sharks contest?
Yeah, I thought it was good. Both sides looked all right to start the game, but I think what the issue was that Cronulla couldn't really hold the ball and they were lacking a lot of direction because I think as well, Hines and Moylan as your halves, there's no organizer there. They're both running players. They're too similar. And this is the issue. I think Sharks have a good team, but if you don't have a real halfback, if you don't have an actual organizer in that side, the issue is that you are going to struggle at some point, and that's what happened tonight with the Sharks. They had no direction. They didn't really link up well. Apart from that try with Teague Wilson, where they both linked up for that try.
That was a brilliant try.
It was, and that was, good. That's the only good thing they did tonight, I thought. Other than that, it's a work in progress. But, look, the Raiders are good. The Raiders deserved the win. They were obviously the better side. I thought Cloxted, Whiteson were excellent, and, it was a good performance, so it's a good game to watch.
Yeah, look, you mentioned the Sharks halves. We might as well just talk about their halves first. Hines, Moylan. You could see as the game went on, they didn't really know what they were doing. They were sort of a little bit confused with each other with the way they were playing with each other. They sort of, I don't think they were sure which one of them was meant to be the game manager. They sort of both tried to do the same role over and over again. Now, I know everyone's going to criticize Matty Moylan. Everyone's going to criticize Nico Hines. Honestly, bro, I thought Nico Hines, I thought he played well. I thought Matty Moylan had some nice touches. Also, a little bit slow in defense, which might be the concern with Matty Moylan. I thought they were both... I don't want to say they were terrible because I don't believe they were terrible, but it's going to take them a few weeks to get their combinations going, isn't it? It's not going to work straight away. It's going to take a few weeks, and I think we saw that tonight. Who do you think was better out of the two halves in Europe, ProEnzo, out of Nico Hines and Moylan? Who do you reckon was better?
I'm going to say Moylan. I actually thought Moylan was a better half, personally. I think he was the one that looked better. Because I feel like because his kicking game was a bit more on and he didn't get tackled too much. Because the issue of Nico Hines was he was constantly getting tackled on the fourth tackle, the third tackle, whatever. And for a halfback, you can't be getting tackled constantly. You're supposed to be there organising the plays. And with Moylan, I think he was just a bit more better, to be honest. But it wasn't much difference, really.
I thought Nico Hines was probably the better half, not by a whole lot. It wasn't much between them. I thought Hines was probably maybe a 7.5, maybe a 7 out of 10. Moylan maybe a 6. Not much between them. I thought they both played well, but you can see it's going to take them a few weeks to get things going. As for the Canberra halves, bro, Jack White and Brad Schneider. Jack Whiten's charge of game, bro. Jack Whiten was outstanding. Jack Whiten had a blinder of a game. What do you think about Jack Whiten's performance and Brad Schneider?
Yeah, Whiten was excellent. It was his 200th game. Obviously, he wanted a point to prove after the shit season he had last year with Canberra, and it wasn't the best year for himself. So obviously, he wanted to have a point to prove and do better this year. And you know what? He had a great game. He was excellent. I thought played very well and got a try. Unlucky not to get a double. In the second half. But yeah, no, he was good. And with Brad Schneider, I was surprised how well he actually played because, I don't know too much about him. I know him as a player. I've heard about him, but I didn't know what he was like playing wise. But he did well. He did well as a halfback, standing up. So let's see if he can do it for another 4 months.
I'm a fan of this young halfback Schneider, bro. I thought he played really well. I thought he did some really good things on the field. I thought his goal kicking as well was also very good. I think he kicked 4 from 4. His kicking game was all right. He complimented Jack Whiten pretty well, and for a first-time combination, I thought they did a fairly good job with each other. So credit to the Raiders, but far out, man. They got out to a good start, and then the second half they let it go, didn't they? They led 18-6. Sharks got back in the game, 18-all, 19-18 Sharks, and then the Raiders obviously stole it in the last 3 minutes. Is it a concern for you that Canberra still have this second half problem where they get out to a lead and they just let teams back in the game? Like they did it all last year, and that's why they didn't play finals last year. But they did it again tonight, even though they got the win. Is it a worry for Canberra still to have these leads and still drop them?
I think it is because I think of it this way: if Raiders ended up losing, then everyone will be going on, the Canberra Faders are back. They've chosen another second half. So it is a worry because they don't really back up what they've done in the first half into the second half. So they've got to stay consistent and keep the momentum. They don't do that. They don't keep the same momentum going into the second half. So it's an issue. They don't really compose themselves well, don't they?
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Lorenzo, I'm pretty sure we both tipped the Sharks to win this game, and obviously Canberra got the job done.
Yeah.
I know it's only round one, and obviously round one's important because round one, it's competition points. Everyone's like, oh, it's only round one. Who gives a shit? Blah, blah, blah. It doesn't mean anything. It's like those 2 points will be very crucial come end of the season. So were you just disappointed with Cronulla? Was this what you were expecting from Cronulla tonight? And were you surprised with the outcome?
Well, I was expecting Sharks to be a lot better. Obviously, I thought they'll win with just the team they had. I thought the team was a bit better than what Canberra's had personally because it wasn't better by a whole lot. But what I thought was better was they had Nico Hines in the halves that I thought would actually stand up and have a big game. And I just thought Sharks were better than Canberra just in general. And look, if Sharks want to be a top 8 team this year, want to make a statement, and they can't be playing like that week in, week out. There's no way that they're gonna. There's no way that they're going to play like that because they don't seem controlled. They don't seem to really have a plan. Like, if you know what I mean, they didn't have a plan for any time they had an attacking chance. So they can't play like that.
Now I'll tell you what, it was a great game for a round one game too. I'll tell you what, I think the second half was better than the first half. These two teams play again at Magic Round, which we will be at. Is it a good sign that Magic Round, both of these teams are going to be playing each other again? If what we got tonight was good. I mean, at Magic Round, we could get an even better game between both these sides.
Yeah, like exactly. Yeah, I mean, if we thought tonight was good when they both played, then let's think of it for Magic Round because the second time playing each other, it's obviously Magic Round's obviously a big round of footy. Obviously, it's a great week as well. So when these two play again, it could be an even better game for all we know. So yeah,
No doubt.
Looking forward to it.
All right. Well, let's go through the try scorer, shall we? So the first try went to Jack Whiten. He put a fend on Nico Hines, which I thought was really cool from Jack Whiten. Gave it to Kotrick. Kotrick back to Whiten. Whiten scored. Would you make of that try from the Raiders?
For me, it was just poor defense by Nico Hines. Like he got really fended off badly by Whiten. And look, I just think the way Whiten sort of ran the line as well was dangerous. Like he's obviously a big body, obviously running is one of his biggest strengths. So for anyone to really stop Whiten that close to the line, it's hard. And Kotrick obviously got away on the left hand side and did well to get back to the Whiten. So that was a great try for Whiten.
It was a great try. The next try of the game went to, was it Volame?
Yeah, Volame. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Volame. I'm okay. I'm going to attempt to grab my phone and go to the notes. I'm worried. I don't want this to cut out again. I'm really worried about touching my phone here. All right, here we go. Hang on. I'm still here. The connection's not fucked. All right, so the first try was to Jack White in the 7th minute. You still there, ProEnzo Vidz? Yep, still good.
I can hear you. Yep.
And then in the the 17th minute, Volame ended up scoring. It was Elliot Whitehead with a nice ball to Corey Hadaway and Nida. Offloads at the Volame. Volame scores for the Raiders. That was a great try, wasn't it, for the Raiders?
Yeah. I think the effort to really get there in the end was actually excellent. Yeah, you're right.
That was a great try from the Green Machine. Canberra go to a 12-0 lead, 17 minutes into the contest. And then we get to the 23rd minute. This was brilliant. Off a scrum play. Blake Brayley with a nice... Oh, this is good. Moreland fed the scrum. Brayley got it. Brayley dummied and went through. It reminded me of the 2016 grand final try from Ben Barber against the Melbourne Storm for the Sharks.
Awesome.
It was literally identical to that try. Mate, what do you think about that try from Blake Brayley? I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, it was classy. Like I said, I think that try was really well planned because obviously it took a while for the Sharks to even plan something, because they had no real sort of idea or plan to really execute any sort of try opportunity. And that was really the first thing they sort of did. So that was a great try, very smart.
That was a brilliant try from the Sharks. I really loved saying that. And then it was Raiders 12-6 after 23 minutes gone. And then this try really hurt the Sharks before halftime. 39th minute, I believe it was. A kick from Tom Starling from dummy half. Grubber kicks it through. And Chance Nickel Klukstad at the right place at the right time. Gets there and scores for the Raiders right on halftime. Gee, big moment in the game, wasn't it? Canberra scoring right before halftime. That really hurt the Sharks.
It killed their momentum, didn't it? Because I think Sharks actually were the better side around the end of the game. But just when Canberra scored that try, it really just killed and died off. So it was that unnecessary. Yeah.
So at halftime, Canberra 18-6. And you know what? The Raiders were so much better in the first half. I reckon the 18-6 was a perfect halftime lead. I really believe that. I thought Sharks in the first half were a bit flat. They were a bit, I don't know, combinations weren't there. They're still working on things. But we get to the second half, and the Sharks, they started the second half like they were on fire. 50th minute, Will Kennedy scores for the Sharks. They went to the right-hand side. It was a nice block play. It was Nico Hines to Moylan to Kennedy. The decoy run from Britton, Nakora was brilliant. Kennedy goes through to score for the Sharks. What do you think about that nice try, little block play on the right-hand side?
It was about time Sharks really created something. Like it was one of the only things they really created all night to do with their halves, like I said. So yeah, that was good. And I think I did pick Kennedy for a try as well. So that was good, actually.
That was a very nice try. And the Raiders at that point led 18-12 with 50 minutes gone in the game. And then 4 minutes later, mate, in the 54th minute, Nico Hines with a nice short ball to T. Wilton. Poor defense there from Brad Schneider and Sammy Volame. Obviously still working on each other's combinations. But what a ball from Hines to Wilton. That was a brilliant try, wasn't it?
It was, and like obviously I was a bit critical of the halves with Moylan and Hines, but that was the one good thing they did together. They both finally combined for a try to be set it up for Wilson, and it was a good line by Wilson, so that was nice to get them back in the game.
I'm a big fan of Teague Wilton, bro. I think he's a player of the future. It was a really good try, and Hines converts the conversion. We leveled up at 18 all. And we're 55 minutes gone into the game. So it was anyone's game, really. The Sharks had all the momentum. And then in the 59th minute, a no try went to Jack White because Whiten put up a bomb. Brad Schneider touched it with his hands, just had his hand on it. Wasn't much between it. No try to Jack Whiten. Was that the right decision?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it didn't look like he touched it by much, but I think he touched it in some way, so it was the right call.
Yeah, I think he did as well. And then we get to the chaos at the end. In the 73rd minute, 15 metres out, Matt Moylan takes a field goal, kicks the field goal for the Sharks. Sharks 19-18. You're thinking to yourself, well, the Sharks are going to win this. The Canberra Faders tag is back and everything's looking bad for Canberra. And then, unbelievable. The scenes at GIO Stadium in Canberra absolutely erupted in the 76th minute when Hudson Young scored the try to win the game. It was Jack Whiten to Hudson Young, back to Tomoko. Tomoko with an offload to Hudson Young, and Hudson Young gets to the try line, scores for Canberra, and the Raiders go in front, 22-19, trying to convert 24-19. What do you think about Hudson Young scoring the match-winning try?
Incredible. It was actually incredible how he got there, and just how the try was sort of set up as well. Like, it was a fifth tackle, and obviously you'd think one would kick it, but like instead he was sort of playing like a role where he was pretending to get the ball out the back, but obviously did a good role of faking it, and Tomoko got the ball away to Young and scored. But there's some people out there that are claiming it was double movement when it wasn't not double fucking movement. Like, what? I don't know why. No. I don't know why people are saying that. I mean, the tackle wasn't even made, and like momentum took him over, and like he didn't actually like reach out to put the ball down either. It was more of him getting lifted over the score. So stupid people think there.
If anyone thinks that was double movement, go and read the NRL rule book.
Yeah, definitely.
Simple as that. And Canberra go to a 24-19 lead, and just when you think it's over, just when you think the game's over, Cronulla have a chance. They go short kick-off. They get the ball back, and I'm thinking to myself, oh boy, here we go. 10 seconds to go. Cronulla spread the ball left. Ikavalu, first game for the Sharks, for the corner to score, make it a 1-point game with a kick to win it. Ikavalu just dives in the corner. Canberra hold them on. Canberra hold on. They defended and they survived. And the Raiders win 24-19. Mate, Ikavalu was that fucking close to getting that ball down. What'd you make of the Canberra Raiders scramble defense?
Yeah, it was excellent. I actually thought he got there at first. Like, I actually thought he got over because he got up fast. And when you get up fast, I instantly think it's a try because of the way that he reacted. But look, it was Brad Schneider, actually, the halfback as well, who was there to sort of hold him up. So, again, that's another good thing about Schneider tonight.
See, I know it was unlucky for him not to score, and obviously not to have a chance to win the game like with the kick. But when you're down by 5 points and you've got 10 seconds to go, you're better off just putting up a bomb towards the middle of the post and just hoping for the best. Everyone can just charge through and just see what happens. That's just what I think anyway. You're more of a chance of scoring a try by putting up a bomb and kicking the ball up in the end, hoping for the best. But what a game, man. Canberra get the job done, 24-19. It was a thrilling game. A great game of football.
Absolutely, bro. Loved it.
All right, now let's go to our top 3 players on ground. Now, this is difficult, bro, because there was a lot of good players on both sides, in my opinion. Who would your top 3 players be on ground?
All right, so number 3, I will go with Matt Tomoko. I thought he was actually excellent. He was very good, I thought, on that left-hand side. Number 2, I'll go with Jack Whiten. I think Jack Whiten was very good as well. And this might not be everyone's man of the match, but personally, I think he was. I'll go with Brad Schneider for man of the match. I really would. I really think he deserves it.
All right.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, for me, it's so hard because there's about 5 players that come to my mind right now. I'm going to go number 3. I'm going to go with Jesse Rayman. I thought he
Yeah.
defended really well in the centers. I thought he actually did a really good job, Rayman. Rayman's my number 3. Number 2, I'm going to go with number 2. I'm going to go with. I thought Hudson Young had a really strong game in the back, right? I really did.
Yeah, he did.
I know he scored the match-winning try, and that's not why I'm giving him in my top 2. I thought he was good all game. I thought his defense was really strong. I thought he played a really good game. And number 1, my man of the match, I'm giving it to Jack Whiten. I thought Jack Whiten was outstanding. His torch of game. He stepped up when it mattered most, and he did a great job, and he played really well. So Jack Whiten is my man of the match for the Raiders' win over the Sharks. What a game! What a great game!
Yep, it was fantastic.
Now let's get into the other game, which was up there at Suncorp Stadium, the Broncos and the Rabbitohs. Oh boy, the Broncos winning against the Bunnies, 11 points to 4. This is a scoreline that I did not see coming. I thought the Rabbitohs were really, really, really poor. There's a lot I can say about Souths. I'll start with you first. I'll start with you, Lorenzo. How poor was Souths, and okay, the question is, were Souths really poor, or were the Broncos really good?
Oh, I think it was a bit of both, to be honest. I think it was a bit of both because Broncos really did turn off and they were good in the middle. I think most of the players like Payne Haas and Patrick Carrigan were fantastic. They really killed South for the middle as well, I think. I just think Broncos could sort of control the game a bit better. Like the difference was the halves as well. Like I thought Billy Walters was excellent and some of his players, and Albert Kelly wasn't bad either. And I just think, unfortunately, I don't want to say it, but look, no, Cody Walker was good. He was good, but like I just think there's a sign there that there might be way too much responsibility on him to do so much. If you get what I mean, like it was because I saw it from a couple of times tonight. It was up to him to do so much that South's team and organise everything. So it's not really a role that he's used to. So it's gonna be tough. Look, it was Souths were obviously bad, but Broncos played really well. So credit to them.
I'm gonna say this as nice as I can. I feel so sorry for Cody Walker, man. I really do. I feel so sorry for him. Cody Walker is a top 5 player in this competition, but without a organising halfback like Adam Reynolds, who's now left the Bunnies and gone to the Broncos, it really, really affected Cody Walker's game, and it really, really hurt the Bunnies. I know their attack on the left-hand side is their go-to. Jackson Paulo, I'm sorry, but he ain't no center. We saw him in the Charity Shield, how he struggled in the Charity Shield against the Dragons. Terrible again tonight. I think Campbell Graham needs to go to the left-hand side and play on that left edge with Walker. I think they've got players out of position, bro. I think Keon Kolomatangi needs to be on the left-hand side as well. And Jairo needs to be on the right side. I think South's left-hand side needs to be Cody Walker, Keon Kolomatangi, Campbell Graham, and Alex Thompson. I know Blake Taffels ruled out. I know there was no Latrell. I get there was a few players out for Souths, but fuck me, Dad. They cannot play that way again tonight. Cody Walker had too much responsibility. Cody Walker's wearing the number 6. He ain't wearing the number 7, bro. He ain't the halfback of the team. That's Lachlan Ilias's job. Lachlan Ilias was quiet. And you know why he was quiet? Because Jason Demetrio has different ways to play. I like Ilias. I think he's a really good kid. I think he's got a big future ahead of him. But when you're the halfback of an NRL club, you've got to be able to, demand the football, try and get, create opportunities for, but he just wasn't doing that tonight. It just didn't work.
Well, nothing worked. I just think they got really outplayed in many areas, South. And I just think, and I can see in the comments that Ilias looked a bit lost. And look, there's not much that Ilias could really do though. If Cody Walker's sort of having to do everything, and then it's hard for Ilias to get in the game as well. So it will take time, I know, but he's young. Give him time. I think.
I've got a question for you, Lorenzo, and I know it's only round 1, but from what I'm saying tonight, I just want your honest opinion. If Cody Walker was not playing for, say, 6 weeks, how many games would Souths win without him?
It depends on their draw, but I think in the space of 6 weeks, might win about 2 or 3 if they're lucky.
Yeah, they wouldn't win many, would they? They would not win. They would not win many at all. I felt sorry for Cody Walker, and I tell you what, It doesn't get any easier for South because the next 3 games, good luck. Melbourne, Jesus Christ. Sydney Roosters, Jesus Christ. Penrith Panthers, fucking hell. They need to fluke a win there. I don't know if they're going to get a win in that run. From what I've seen tonight,
they could have a merely 2021 start, maybe. I don't know.
Fucking looks like it. With the draw they have, that could be 0-4. That's the most nightmare draw you could have.
Oh yeah, especially losing the Broncos. Yeah.
Losing to Brisbane up at Suncorp, which is no shame, but fuck me, man. They got a lot to work on. They are nowhere near what they were last year, South Sydney. They were nowhere near what they were last year. They've got so much to work on. I hope they can turn it around quickly, but Jesus Christ, they got some really tough games ahead.
Absolutely, it doesn't help.
They could be 0-4 by going into round 5 the way with their draw, and I'm going to predict it right now. I'm going to say they will be 0-4. I can't see them beating Melbourne or Roosters or Penrith.
It's a fair call. It's fair.
I don't know what they're going to do, but good luck to them. But Broncos, I want to give credit to the Broncos. The Broncos tonight were brilliant. Their defense was class. Their forward pack was great. And I thought the way they played at times was a bit boring because they got in front and they just wanted to grind it out. And it's not the best style of football to watch when you're in front and you don't do a whole lot to, all they were doing, the Broncos tonight, was just get in front of the lead, get in front, and just grind it out. It was ugly. It wasn't pretty at all. It was a really ugly win, but they'll take it. They'll take it and move on to the Dogs next week.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think they will be good again against the Broncos, but against the Bulldogs, I'm sorry to say, but yeah, look, they were good though. They were. I mean, obviously they could have been a little bit better, but they got the win. That was the main thing for Brisbane.
The only thing that impressed me with the Broncos was their defense and their scramble and their resilience. Their attack was boring as fuck. Trust me, their attack was not good at all. I thought their attack was clunky, and if they were a top 4 team, they would have been up by fucking 30 on South. So they would have put 30 on them. That's how poor Souths were. But I'll tell you what, Broncos defense is what won them the game. And I must say this. Selwyn Cobbo, the kid's got potential. He had some nice touches tonight. I like the kid.
Absolute freak. He was unlucky to be denied the first try, but his foot went out, so it was the right call. But yeah, he killed Mansell tonight.
Oh, poor Mansell. That bloke could be looking for retirement. Hey, you said in your bold predictions, Mansell will retire by mid-year. I hope it doesn't happen, but fuck me, man. It could happen. Yeah. I hope it doesn't, though.
It could happen. He's not going to get much opportunities anymore, looking older.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into the game, and we'll go through it. So, in the 8th minute, no try to Albert Kelly because it was a bloody forward pass from Cobbo. I think it was the right decision. I think the pass was forward. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it was forward for sure.
Definitely forward. It would have been an incredible try to start the year, but unfortunately it went forward. And then 14th minute, Albert Kelly cut out ball to Cobbo, and I thought Cobbo scored, but his foot was bloody out as well. That was unlucky too.
Yeah, I mean, they had a couple of chances early, but it was just that, they just couldn't get it right, but that was also a fair call too.
That pass from Albert Kelly was brilliant too, I must say. Even though they didn't score for it, it was a bloody good ball. Really good ball. And then the Broncos, finally, third time lucky, they won't be denied here. Cody Walker, the last time Cody Walker played at Suncorp Stadium, he threw a fucking intercept. First game back at Suncorp Stadium, he throws another intercept. Poor South supporters. Walker throws it. Kelly intercepts it, runs 90 metres and scores. What a try from the Broncos. Albert Kelly, fuck it. He's still got his speed, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, how old was it? Like 31, 32? He's still got a bit of pace. No one caught him, so yeah, good on him.
Still got his fucking speed. That was a brilliant try from Albert Kelly. Broncos go to 6-0 after 21 minutes gone. And then, okay, now look, I don't want to be critical of this, and I might upset a few people here, but in the 26th minute, Jackson Paulo had the ball ripped out of his hand. Souths challenged it. You could clearly see the Broncos players rip the ball out of his hand. And they said the challenge was unsuccessful and Souths lost their challenge. With all due respect, That was fucking bullshit. That was a blatant strip. That should have been South's ball. Captain's challenges at the moment are all over the shop, and that one there was ridiculous.
It wasn't a good call. Like I thought there was a couple of bad calls during the game. Like I thought early on in the game it would be ruined by Ashley Klein's 6 again in the first half, but that call in particular was just it was worse. It was fucking stupid.
Speaking of Ashley Klein, 3 times in that game, incorrect play of the ball and they blown penalty for it. What the fuck? We haven't seen that all weekend. Why are we seeing it now?
It's just he's one of the worst referees in the comp, and that's what you expect from someone like him. Unfortunately, is he fuck up.
Incorrect play the ball. Oh yeah, we're just going to give you a penalty for that. Oh come on, man. No referee ever calls that. No one ever does that shit. That was crap. Anyway, 29th minute. Vintage Rabbitohs, left-hand side. Vintage bunnies. This is what I like to call it. Lachlan Ilias to Cody Walker to Paulo to Mansour. Mansour scores in the corner. The 75-year-old Josh Mansour scores in the corner with his fucking wheelchair. Gets over and scores. The decoy by Jacob Host was outstanding as well. What'd you make of this vintage Rabbitohs try?
Oh, well, you definitely got the right term. It's vintage for sure because it's always their left side that scores tries. They obviously execute their left side very well. They always have a good plan there when they're going down there. So that was a great try. Well set up. That
was a brilliant try from the Bunnies. I love that left-hand side. And Jackson Pull-Up was goal kicking tonight, which I found extremely strange. I know they had no one playing, but I thought Lachlan Ilias might have been goal kicking, but I gave it to Jackson Pull-Up, which I found a bit strange. Yeah. Broncos 6-4. Half-time, Broncos 6-4. First half. I thought South was terrible in the first half, and the Broncos were in front, and they deserved to be in front. But what do you think about the South in the first half? I thought they were dog shit.
Yeah, they weren't good. Again, they had no control. There was no control. There was just nothing that was really going for them. They had no momentum either. There was just Broncos who were doing a good job in containing them, just kind of keeping Cody Walker out of the game. And yeah, they sort of just impacted really most of the teams. So yeah, not good.
No doubt about it. And we'll get into the second half now. Where in the 50th minute, Corey Oates scores his, I think it was his 99th try for the Broncos. Or was it his 100th try? 99th, wasn't it? 99th. Pretty sure. Corey Oates scores in the corner. It was a Billy Walters ball to Capewell. Capewell filled onto Corey Oates. Oates goes over and scores in the corner. What'd you make of this try from the Broncos?
Yeah, it's a typical Corey Oates try because he's always scoring in the corner. But Tane Milne misses. I think Tane Milne actually played well tonight, but he had a couple of really bad misses as well, I think.
Yeah, he did. So Asako misses the kick. Broncos 10-4. And then we get to the what the fuck moment of the fucking round so far. 74th minute. Broncos are setting up for a field goal. We all know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
It ends up with fucking Kurt Capewell. Capewell just drop kicks the fucking ball and it goes straight over. Capewell kicks a fucking field goal. I've seen it all. Broncos go to 11-4 lead with 6 minutes to go. What a field goal from Kurt Capewell. What a freak.
Yeah, he was captain as well, so it makes it even better. He's not, doesn't it? Far out.
Unbelievable from Kurt Capewell. Broncos go to 11-4. Unbelievable. Back rower. First game for the Broncos. Unbelievable. And then, all right, 77th minute. Without a doubt, the dumbest fucking thing I've seen all season so far. The Broncos lead by 7. Souths are down by 7 points. There's 3 minutes to go. They get a penalty 40 out. They're going to take the 2. What the fuck were they thinking?
I didn't get that.
And Jackson Paulo, 40-meter conversion. Fucking no chance of kicking that. No chance. And he missed it by a mile. I question the decision from Jason Demetrio. I question the decision from Cameron Murray as the captain. What the fuck were they thinking?
Yeah, I mean, especially with about, 5 or 6 minutes to go, you can't go for 3 minutes, yeah. But, you can't go for the 2. You have to go for a try because go for a try makes more sense than a bloody 2-point penalty goal. So
Well, fuck me. If you kick for touch and you get 20, 30 out and you score a try and kick the goal, you're down by 1. 2-point field goal then is a possibility for you. Don't rule it out.
They could have done that, but yeah, again, they didn't. So it's just not good enough.
One of the dumbest things I've ever fucking seen too. It was so fucking stupid. Down by 7, 2 to go. We're just gonna go for goal here. Make it a fucking 5-point game. How dumb is that?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Whether it was Demetrio, whether it was Cameron Murray or Paulo himself, dumb fucking decision. Stupidest thing I've ever seen. Idiots.
Yeah.
Anyway, for full time, Broncos beat the Rabbitohs 11 points to 4 up there at Suncorp Stadium. I thought it was an all right game. It was very sloppy. Obviously, the conditions were whatever, and the Broncos won the game, and it was not convincing whatsoever, but they got the job done. The confidence from them will be pretty high now. Souths, they were just ordinary. There's not much more you can really say. They were very ordinary tonight. How much do you reckon the Broncos take out of this, especially without Adam Reynolds?
Oh, it's massive because I think a lot of people were like backing Souths win because of no Reynolds, and people were saying, "Oh, look, no Reynolds, no Broncos." But you know, they definitely stood up without him. They definitely play like I think when Reynolds is not there, they have to play like a certain brand of football, like where it's like
really different,
yeah, like make it tougher, you know. So that's the type of football they play, and which worked. So that credit to them. And as for Souths, quickly, yeah. The game's not that. They have to win the game tonight because I don't know how they're going to beat Storm, Roosters, and Panthers coming up. They might win one of those games, but
I don't know who they're going to beat out of the next 3. I've got no idea who they're going to beat.
Yeah, they have to win tonight.
Now, the other thing I want to say as well is I think Souths will be okay. I still think they'll play finals. Obviously, they had no Latrell, they had no Blake Taff, they had a few out tonight, which is fair enough. But I think they'll be okay, but they will start the year off slow. They will get going as the year goes on. Don't put a pen through them just yet. They will be fine. As for the Broncos, an unexpected result tonight. They got the job done without Reynolds. Credit to them. They will get better as the season goes on as well. They weren't pretty at all, but they got the job done. And look, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. And I just got a message before from Trevor from Shut the Gates, and he says, "Mate, you're lucky you didn't come to the Brisbane game because it was the worst game he's ever seen." Ouch.
Really? Wow.
It's Trevor from Shut the Gates reckons it was one of the shittest games he's been to. So fair play to him. What do you reckon about that call?
Yeah.
Fair call, you reckon?
Well, I think maybe it was just different from how we viewed it on TV compared to being at the actual game because I like the game personally, but maybe just there in real life was different maybe.
I did find the match a little bit frustrating at times because I expected Souths to be a lot better than what they were. But just a quick question for you, Lorenzo. Do you think Souths losing to Brisbane was more surprising than Manly losing to Penrith, or do you think the Manly game was a bit more surprising? What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's tough to call because I don't want to be biased by saying it as well, but I will say that I think Souths losing the Broncos was a bit more surprising. I think it was because
I agree.
I think because more people Panthers to beat Manly, obviously, but it was fairly equal for who was hitting who in that game.
It was 50-50, wasn't it? Yes.
Yeah, and I think coming into this season, obviously, more people obviously rate Souths more than Manly in terms of coming to the new year because obviously what happened last year. So yeah, that's probably why I probably think I was a bit more of a surprise. Yeah,
look, I thought Souths were more disappointing. I tipped Souths to win by about 20 points, and I am 0-3 in my tips for round 1. I haven't got one single tip right.
Same. Not good.
Fucking hell. The Seagulls let me down last night. The Sharks fucked me over in the last 3 minutes. Souths were just dreadful. Disappointing. Mate, your top 3 players on ground from tonight from the Broncos-Rabbitohs game.
Yeah, number 3, I think I'll go with Selwyn Cobbo as number 3. I think he was really good. Defensively was great, and when he had the ball, he looked strong. So I'll go for him for number 3. Number 2, yeah, I think number 2 I'll go with Billy Walters. I think Walters deserves some bit of recognition for what he played. I thought he really did really well when he was on, and looked good for me out there as well. And my man of the match, I'll go with Patrick Carrigan. I really thought he was excellent, actually. The way he's in the middle, and he's ball playing too. Like he's linking with Walters and Kelly was excellent. So that's my top 3.
My top 3 on ground, bro. I'm gonna go number 3. I'm gonna go with Kurt Capel at number 3. I thought Kurt Capel had a really good game. Number 2, I'm gonna go with Payne Haas. I thought Payne Haas was outstanding. And number 1, I'm gonna go with Patrick Carrigan as well. I thought Carrigan was outstanding tonight. I thought Carrigan played really well. Just quickly, I want to mention, I thought Billy Walters and Albert Kelly were also very good. I reckon Albert Kelly was probably the better half of the two, in my opinion. I thought Kelly played better than Walters, but not much between them. What'd you make of the halves between Brisbane? I thought they did a job well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'll do anything about Reynolds, obviously, coming to the game, but both obviously shut some people up, and like myself, obviously, and they did well. I think Albert Kelly showed his experience during the game, and some of the players he didn't, how he played, and Billy Walters, didn't have to do much. Like all he had to do was really run the ball and control the left side, and he did, and he played a very good game. So I think both halves were better than South's halves, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, well, full credit to the Raiders and the Broncos for both winning tonight. ProEnzo Vidz, thank you so much for coming on for the Friday Night Football review. I really appreciate your time tonight, mate. Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, all good, bro. It was great to review the 2 games with you. Thanks to everyone who watched the reviews tonight. And yeah, bring on Saturday footy.
Yeah, and I can't wait for tomorrow. We got 3 games tomorrow. It's going to be outstanding. Roosters Knights, Warriors Dragons, Tigers Storm. Cannot wait. Congratulations to the Raiders and the Broncos for winning tonight. Good luck to the Sharks and the Rabbitohs next week. Hope both teams can improve from what happened tonight, unfortunately for them. But ProEnzo Vidz, thank you. Thank you to everyone in the live chat. I really appreciate everyone who watched the stream tonight. Thanks for watching, fellas. We're getting out of here. Have a good Friday night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night for the Saturday football review. Till then, stay safe. See you later.